On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk. Do what you're supposed to do. It's gonna be love, but it's bad on the other side of that fence. And if you've read the Bible, if anybody's read the Bible, there have been instances time and time again that highlight and showcase that God is both. He's both loving and he's jealous, and he wants to instill a level of respect and fear. And so if you continuously working on yourself, right? If you continuously humbling yourself and you continuously doing a self-check, you understand that there needs to be a mixture of both. In any extreme in anything, it's always going to be the worst case scenario of all time. It's going to be worse than being in a space that you're supposed to be either healthy fear, or it's going to be worse in a space where you're supposed to be a great kumbaya type of guy. You have to be a nice mixture, and you always have to continuously come to the table to figure out how you can instill a level of both. Because even in the Bible, it say the fear. Come on, man.
Every time I speak or say something, my wife or my girlfriend is going to know where I'm coming from. It's up for me to be graceful. You could call it simping, but I call it grace, right? For someone that you love, right? I'm not dealing with someone that I'm not intimate with, right? I want to show respect to the person that I'm intimate with, within the confines of a relationship. So why would I just say it's my way or the highway? This is a partnership. This is what you're forgetting.
But King, I gotta push back a little bit, man, because
hey, real after you, I'm gonna get to the ladies, okay?
Yeah, and I apologize. Like, I gotta push back a little bit, because even when I've heard you speak on multiple platforms, you know, you have talked about, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm out here and I'm in my Prince Akeem mode. You know what I'm saying? Coming to America mode. Like, I'm 41, no seeds. But I've been a benevolent dictator amongst many women.
No, right? I never said that. I never said never dictate.
I'm interpreting.
Okay, I never said that. Okay,
you could clarify, but right. I'm interpreting based on what I heard from you.
Okay,
right. I've been amongst many women.
Right.
Many women.
Right. Right. I mean, why? I hope so. Every single man does. I hope so. Right.
I'm just saying. And so at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, you know, we talk about, you know, the difference between leading and controlling, and even from the position of what you're saying, how do you reconcile that?
Well, because it's real simple, and I make this very clear. I was a teacher, and the best teacher are the best students, right? When I'm around women, I learn how to smell around women. I learn how to dress. I know how to decorate my place that I live because of women. So women, I learn from them, but I also teach them. It's a symbiotic relationship. You just don't come here and you just tell women what to do. Most of the flyers dudes that get the chicks, they learn from a woman. You learn from women. You don't you have a mother? You learn from a woman, right? But see, what happens is we as men, we get into our ego. We want to be Godzilla and King Kong. But the realest of the real, they know how to make a woman feel equal. So they know how to lead without controlling her. Is it going to kill you, Anton, to tell your wife, baby, would you mind please passing me some water? I'm a little bit thirsty. Instead of saying, yo, go and give me some fucking water. It's the same thing, but one is
Who talks like that?
No. I'm not saying you talk like that. I'm not saying you talk like that. I'm saying it's gentle though. It's tactful. It's graceful. So this whole controlling thing is not something that I rock with, because I'm really out here.
All right.
This is the biggest word salad ever, and he did not answer the question on what's the difference between being controlling.
I just said that. I just said when you lead, the people that when you lead is to inspire the people that are looking up to you for guidance. When you're controlling, you're creating a dependency, and that's not healthy. I've been said that. What part you didn't hear?
It's the worst answer ever, bro.
That's
Eric Jackson 2.0.
Okay. The difference between leading and being controlled in relationships.
You know, I actually agree fully with what King said. I I think there's a huge difference between leaders and dictators, right? One inspires and one makes you just want to fall into whatever the plan is. You're down with what they're doing. It's easy. It's motivation. Not always easy, but it's motivating. They're showing you the way, right? Controlling is like telling you the way, leading with fear, antagonizing. It's just not, to me, the best or healthiest way to be in any type of dynamic with anyone. Like even with students, children, significant others, whoever, I think it's better to be that motivational, inspirational leader who shows grace, who shows understanding, who knows how to work together and collaborate, who values the people that follow them versus this ego-driven dictatorship controlling situation. So yeah, there's a huge difference between the two. One is comfy and one is like creepy.
Okay.
Let me respond to that real quick, JR, because
no. Let's before you respond to that, I want you to understand.
Hold on.
Let's be clear. Let me respond to that really quickly, because the one thing that you'll often at times hear people do in order to try to validate their point is they create two extremes, right? They won't say something like, okay, well, the leader inspires, and then the other one may be a little bit more stern. They'll say, and he's crazy and all, like they'll use these crazy words in order to try to, not saying that they said that specifically, but they'll create a narrative to make it seem so extreme on the other side, when in reality, like for example, right? Because I'm a man of the cloth and I believe in the Bible wholeheartedly, there was a healthy level of both, of love and fear. You have to both help people to understand that there's going to be consequences, and even at times you gotta extract the bad apple and make an example out of them in order to illustrate to people that, hey, there is a healthy level of love, and as long as you do what you're supposed to do, it's going to be love, but it's bad on the other side of that fence. And if you've read the Bible, if anybody's read the Bible, there have been instances time and time again that highlight and showcase that God is both. He's both loving and he's jealous, and he wants to instill a level of respect and fear. And so if you continuously working on yourself, right? If you continuously humbling yourself and you continuously doing a self-check, you understand that there needs to be a mixture of both. In any extreme in anything, it's always going to be the worst case scenario of all time. It's going to be worse than being in a space that you're supposed to be either healthy fear, or it's going to be worse in a space where you're supposed to be a great kumbaya type of guy. You have to be a nice mixture, and you always have to continuously come to the table to figure out how you can instill a level of both. Because even in the Bible, it say the fear. Come on, man.